I love this book. It's grab and go. I have used the same copy to teach 7 children to read. I'm in progress with my 8th, and maybe I'll teach my 9th as well. Maybe even my grandchildren using just this one book. I like this method because in the beginning of Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, there's a really good overview of the program, of the marks, of everything you need to know to do it. You can use this program following a script, basically word for word. Obviously, you should be aware of your child's feedback and cues, but you really can follow it. I even had, at one time in our homeschooling, I had been very overwhelmed and I hired a teenager to help us with some things, and she did many lessons with my child and basically truly helped him read using this method. Even though she was new to it, she did a great job. The program incorporates penmanship, but I never do that. I would rather just focus on reading when we work on reading, and I like to keep penmanship separate. I'll usually use handwriting without tears for that. The marks fade out as time goes on, and my children have adjusted really well to that. The stories do get a little lengthy without a lot of pictures, and afterwards you can go on to Bob Books. A lot of times I'll do some easy Bob Books concurrently, and Christian Light Education makes a really sweet, nice reading program. I don't do all the workbooks, but the readers are just great. So you could do probably the red book during your instruction time with Teach Your Child to Read, and then use the other books after. One pitfall perhaps of using this program is maybe thinking that it's gonna really only be 100 lessons. I have had some children who we've really had to repeat the lessons before moving forward. So that's just something to be aware of. You might need to repeat, and it's okay. And you'll likely have a good reader by the end of it. I have had one child who breezed through it, and she was done with the book with a few months to spare during kindergarten. And some of my other children who are just average learners, they took nearly 2 years to really get through all the lessons. So for sure, just be willing to adjust the program to the child in front of you. I normally start this program at about age 4 or 5, and then my bottom line goal is by the end of first grade, I want them to be reading at first grade level. This book has really helped us do that. When my children are about 3 years old, I will show them this Letter Factory video several times. Normally, I shy away from using screen-based learning, especially in early ages, but this video is just so powerful and gives them such an easy phonics foundation. I've continued to use this, and it's funny, I've even had a 1-year-old who knew so many letter sounds from watching it with his siblings. Overall, I love Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, and I highly recommend. God bless.